Odell Beckham Jr. signs with the Ravens a day before. He goes and visits with the Jets in person, and the Ravens land Odell Beckham Jr. And I'll say this, it's kind of crazy. The Ravens prevent the Jets from getting Odell for a quarterback that's not there yet, to get Odell for a quarterback that's told them in Baltimore, I don't want to play for you anymore. That actually happened on Easter Sunday. And everybody's kind of like scratching their heads and go, why? Would Odell do this? Well, it's an incredible contract for somebody who didn't play football last year, who we haven't seen since 2 Super Bowls ago, coming back from a knee injury. 1 year, $15 million guaranteed, up to $18 million. That is a hefty sum. And you could say, well, it's how does Odell turn that money down? That's one way to put it. The other way you're saying is, why would Odell go there if Lamar's not going to be there? And there's got to be some knowledge that Odell has about Lamar and the Ravens that makes him feel comfortable going to Baltimore. And again, $15 million guaranteed. An answer could be, Tyler Huntley is my new best friend. When you're getting paid that much money coming off of a knee injury, for you to go and prove to everybody you are as great as you were for the Rams and as great as you were for the Giants before you went to Cleveland and disappeared. Does he know anything about Lamar? Well, Lamar put out on his Instagram a screenshot of the two guys talking on FaceTime. And I'm assuming this did happen after the signing. And in case you might be sitting here saying, that's too much money for the Ravens to do this. Worth every penny. Worth every penny. Because that FaceTime of Odell talking to Lamar, if it did in fact happen after this news broke, that Odell personally confirmed by putting his beautiful child in a Ravens uniform on his Instagram account. Look at that baby. And in a Lamar jersey, to say the least. Perfect communication to Lamar from the Ravens through Odell Beckham Jr. to say, we got you. We got your back. You sign that tender or you come to the table. Let's talk. We love you, Lamar. We got you, Odell, in the middle of all this stuff between the two of us. Go sign your offer sheet with Indianapolis if they sign you. Go sign your offer sheet with, I don't know who else is coming. Let's just put it this way. Washington, Terry McLaurin is terrific. But we're putting on the field somebody named Odell Beckham Jr. for you. Sure, we don't know what he's going to be like, but we overspent to get him here. And what other better way to indicate to Lamar that we are changing everything around here, the team that while you became MVP and then became Lamar Jackson, that team being last in receiving yards by wide receivers in 3 of the past 4 seasons, and us never drafting a Pro Bowl wide receiver ever, and receivers never would come to Baltimore despite how great Lamar Jackson is because of the way that we ran our offense and the way that we changed our offense to surround him. We kind of forgot to get those weapons on the outside. For you, Lamar, here is Odell, and all fans, we hear you about our lack of receivers. We're getting the best one on the market that's free. Just costs us bashotti dollars. That's it. That's it. Hey, we're changing our image. We changed our coordinators, but we're not, despite the tag we applied, which is the way they term it, to Lamar Jackson. We're not changing quarterbacks. Come back, Lamar. There we go. And give him number 13. 13 plus 8 equals 21, which is a winning hand in Las Vegas, which is where the Super Bowl is. Let's go.
Oh, look at you, Rich.
This is the message the Ravens just sent to Lamar Jackson and the rest of the NFL world on Easter Sunday. Worth every penny already. They just got to get Lamar in the fold. And one great way to put it is to go out and get Odell Beckham Jr. and his $15 million guaranteed. Heck of a lot cheaper than 200 some odd million guaranteed. Lamar, come to the table. Let's talk. You know, you looked around. Nobody signed you. Nobody gave you the offer sheet. We're gonna match it anyway. Come on. You got Odell. That's essentially the message. When you come home, the person waiting for you is Odell Beckham Jr. And they were able to, on Easter Sunday, communicate this to Lamar Jackson, that they love him, they're ready to support him, they're ready to keep loving him and supporting him in the manner in which he's already become accustomed to or didn't want anymore because of the money conversation. And the money conversation is now, through Odell Beckham Jr., communicated to Lamar how much they want him from somebody not named Bishotti, DaCosta, or Harbaugh. I think it's a brilliant move. Brilliant move. And my goodness gracious, when do the Ravens go to Cleveland? Let's go. That's going to be lit. That's going to be lit. Hey, look, it's not like they haven't had great receivers before. They've all been older, too. Over the age of 30, Anquan Bolden, Steve Smith Sr. This has worked for them before, and I hope it works for them again because the league's better when Odell is crushing it. Loved it. What a great move. Communicate to Lamar. Sign a deal. Let's come to a deal. But you're not the one communicating it. It's Odell Beckham Jr. who communicates it on your behalf. And Lamar might be like, you paid him but not paid me. Well, let's just come to the table and talk about it. We've already communicated to you the 200 some odd million. It's not coming to you from somebody else. It's not coming to you from somebody else. So let's talk. Let's do it.
Rich, this is great and all, but most importantly, what does Meek Mill have to say about all this?
We'll find out.
That's the most important.
Again, this is a way to communicate to Lamar. This is a way to communicate to Lamar. Well, I'm sure Meek Mill called him up and say, hey, did you see who the Ravens just signed? I'm sure all of his friends called him up. You're going, right? We're going to see you. 13 plus 8 equals 21 in Las Vegas, right? Let's go. I'm sure that they're not saying that, but they're all calling him up. Did you see what the Ravens did? It's totally changed the tenor of the conversation on the spot. And you know what they should do on top of it? They should call the Arizona Cardinals. What do you need for DeAndre Hopkins?
Oh, wow.
Keep going. Keep going. Lamar's not going to sign a tender or want to go play with those two guys? With that running game and Roquan Smith coming downhill in the middle of that defense? Get out of here. Won't cost him a one. You could still use your one. Go for it. Absolutely go for it. I know they don't have all their draft choices. They've already lost some. But go for it. As they already said, second-round pick, they don't have it. The second-round pick was Roquan Smith. That's what DaCosta said last week. Sold. Okay, fine. Here we go. Here we go. Great move. Great move. It communicates to their fans, communicates to their quarterback, communicates to the NFL. Let's go. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.